Welcome to April. Actually, it's March 31st, and I wanted to record outside even though it's cold because I thought this would be a very funny memory in future years. Because look at it, it's like over a foot of snow still in the yard, and we got like a bunch more last night. Anyways, it's very unusual winter. It's the winter that keeps on giving. We're going to start seated today, so I hope you can see me bundle up in all these clothes. Still see the form and stuff. My pants are real thick fleece and I have 8 bazillion layers on. You're going to sit on the backs of your sit bones and with your hands back or come down onto your elbows. I'm going to go down onto my elbows, but you choose whatever feels best for you. Draw that belly button in, lift the chest a little bit, tuck the chin back slightly. So you're just kind of gazing forward or maybe to the upper corner of your room. And you're going to float your legs up into tabletop position and squeeze your legs together. Chest is lifted. There's a lot of space between your shoulders and your ears. And you're going to draw a big circle. Remember, you're just warming up, so take the circle slow. Inhale, exhale, circle it around. Inhale, exhale. Trying to keep the upper body quiet and just take this from the waist. And then let's reverse directions. Inhale. So if you don't live in Utah, we have like 6 feet of snow still on one side of our driveway from shoveling, but and I think it snowed pretty much almost every single day. Last one. Hold this one up, straighten your legs a little bit more. You choose which level, and then inhale, circle, or just keep them bent. Exhale, bring it around. Inhale, sorry about the dog. Exhale, I'll block my feet. Little privacy, keep circling. There you go. Big circles, lengthening it around, chest is lifted. So on mornings that we don't have to shuffle, it feels abnormal this year. It's super fun. Hold this one up at the top and reverse directions. So straighter legs, reverse directions, second time around. Inhale, exhale, circle it around. I had a request for some side leg work, so we're getting that today. I should have told you before we started, you might want a chair or a wall close to you. 2 for part of it. 1 more. Hip flexors are good, right? They're turning on. Hold it here. Legs are bent. You're either going to tap your toes down and bring it up, not arching the lower back so the back is staying still and it's just your legs moving away from you. What I typically see is people bending their knees and straightening, but it's coming from the hip straight down. Or you can start straightening your legs and have them be a little bit straighter. Inhale down, exhale up. You choose bent legs, tapping the toes, or straighter legs. Excellent. 4 more and you're done. 4 and lift. 3, lift. 2, lift. 1 more, lift, and bring it down. Soles of the feet together. Just release the hip flexors a little bit, a little butterfly stretch. Going into a spine stretch forward teaser combination. Straighten your legs and separate them just a little bit wider than sit bones, so maybe like hip distance. Reach your arms straight out. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Try to lift the pelvic floor just a bit off the mat. You have a little lightness, and you're trying to get some lightness between all of your vertebrae. Then tuck your chin down and peel yourself towards your feet, pulling your belly button in the opposite direction. Again, here we'll look really unflexible. We're not stretching our hamstrings. I mean, they'll feel it a little bit if they're really tight, but you're rounding your back. And then you're going to stack yourself up into your perfect posture. Inhale. So we're doing spine stretch forward. Exhale, round it forward. Draw the belly button in. Inhale, stack it up. Sitting up nice and tall. 1 more just like that. Shoulders slide down your back. Start with the top of your head. Peel yourself down. Round it forward. And then peel yourself up. Once you're at your perfect posture, you're going to hinge back and bring yourself up into teaser or boat. Legs bent or straight in either position. With support, no support, and then roll down 1 vertebrae at a time all the way down onto the mat. Arms reaching over your head. Ribs stay hugged in tight. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, upper body and lower body comes up into boat or teaser. Slowly lower the legs down, separating them so they're shoulder width apart. Stack your spine up, and then go into spine stretch forward. So round it forward, stretch. Stack yourself up, sitting up nice and tall. Roll yourself back into your boat or teaser. Roll down slow, arms open, chest strong. Inhale, arms. Exhale. Deep exhale. Use your exhale. Lower the legs. Keep the upper body still. Lower the legs. Hinge your upper body up. Tuck the chin. Spine stretch forward. Stacking yourself up, sitting up nice and tall. Keep that nice long line and hinge back into boat or teaser, you choose. Chest is lifted. Tuck the pelvis under and roll backwards, rounding through. Arms come over your head. Let's do 2 more of these. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, chest is lifted. So I don't want you rounding in, trying to get up taller. You want to have that chest lifted. Slowly lower the legs, hinge your body up, pull the belly button in and reach forward. I have a little struggle today. Stack up. I'm really sore already. Hinge back. So sometimes I judge it by how hard it feels, how many we should do. Lift up and roll down, but not today. I'm already like, whoa. And we're just still in the warm up, basically. Inhale, arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, upper body and lower body comes up. Chest is lifted. Lower the legs. Hinge the body up. Pull the belly button in. Spine stretch forward. So if you need a little extra, then you're just going to have to pause and add in some extra. Tuck the tailbone under and roll down slow. 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the ground. Good. Hug your ribs in. Add a little imprint into your lower back. So you just dribbled some tea into your belly button from your pelvic triangle. Float the legs up. You have a choice to keep your head down or up for single leg. Inhale. As you exhale, slide your shoulders down, curl up, push your belly button in, and go straight into single leg stretch. Reach one leg way as you hold onto the bent leg and switch. Reach. It's shooting straight out from your sit bone. Straight out. Knees pointing straight to the ceiling. Feet, top of your feet are pointing straight to the ceiling. So you're not laterally rotating or medially rotating your legs. Gaze is looking through your legs. You can always put a hand behind your head. Good. Or rest on the ground. Really draw that belly button in. I'm already tired. I'm already hot. Who would have guessed? Good thing I almost wore the big puffy coat, but I just put on the thinner coat over the fleece and over the long underwear. Good. Keep going. You're almost there. Let's go 2 more each side. Once you get to your first side, I thought that was going to be a quicker takeoff. Sorry about that. Good. Hold this one out. Hold. Lift your straight leg up to the ceiling. Flex your foot, lower it straight back down. Switch and hold. Lift it straight up to the ceiling, straight down. Remember, your arm can be on the bent leg. Reach. Lift it up and straight back down. Switch and hold. Lift it up, straight back down, or it can be behind your head too. Lift up. Really focusing on the length of the leg, so as long as you can go. 1 more each side. Reach. Try to draw that core more towards the floor instead of the ceiling last time. Bend the knees into tabletop. Bring your hands behind your head if they were still unsupported. Neck is relaxed in your head. Go into regular bicycles. Reaching the armpit towards the knee. And reach. Reach. I wish I would have got out here a little bit earlier when it was still really snowing. Hug your ribs in. Maybe it will come in this 45 minutes. Reach. It was pretty. Lengthen it away. Armpit. Twisting from the waist, coming up and over to the corner instead of just swaying back and forth. It's up and over. Here we go. 2. 1 more. Take this next one out and hold. Hold. Straight leg comes up. Straight leg goes down. You can practice that articulation if you want to point toes. Flex the feet. Switch and hold. Point the toe. Flex the feet. Or if it's too much like rubbing your belly and patting your head, just keep a neutral foot. Lift up. Straight back down. Hug your ribs in tight. Lift and down. 4. Lift and down. Reach. 3. Good. Reach. Oh my goodness, these take a while, huh? 2 more. 2. Lift and reach. 1 more each. Up. We have 1 more thing in this ab series, and then we're flipping over. Hold it center, curl your upper body up, keep it up, keep it up. Knees are bent at tabletop. Bring your thumbs to your shoulders. Without lowering, extend your arms and your legs away from you. Watch that lower back. Circle your arms and bend your knees. Inhale, thumbs to shoulders and reach. Exhale, circle. If your lower back is coming up, bring your legs straight up. Reach it up. If your neck is getting tired, put a hand behind your head. Inhale, reach, and just switch your hands every once in a while. Exhale, circle. If you're having a day where you're feeling really strong and your lower back is feeling anchored and you want a little bit more, take your legs a little bit lower and bring it in. 2, reach, and bring it in. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it in. We're adding a crunch. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. And then exhale, curl up as tight as you can. Inhale, thumbs to shoulders and reach, hovering. Exhale, circle and curl up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, circle and curl. Last 4. Inhale, reach. We're flipping over. You can do it. Stick with it. Exhale, curl. 3. Inhale. Exhale. Use your exhale to make that connection a little bit stronger. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl up as tight as you can. And relax it down. Great work on those. Let's flip all the way over. And we're going to go into like a frog breaststroke combination. So separate your legs nice and wide, like maybe your feet are to the edges of your mat. Bend your knees and bring your heels together. So heels together, feet are flat, knees are nice and wide. Stack your hands on top of each other so that you can rest your forehead on your hands. I'm gonna just keep facing you just so you can hear better. Draw the belly button away from the mat. Have some lightness under there. Squeeze your glutes and squeeze your heels together. Good. Already here, you're fully engaged. And then you're slowly just going to lift your knees slightly off the mat and then bring them straight back down. So your upper body's trying to stay quiet. Your shoulders are out of your ears. Neck is long. Gently pull the belly button away first and then lengthen it up. If you focus on pushing your belly button into the mat and then lifting your legs, you're going to have a little more pressure in your lower back. So squeeze the heels really tight. Squeeze your bum and engage the core. Good. 2 more. Lift. 1 more. Lift. Excellent. Keep the legs quiet. Bring your hands by your shoulders. You're still gazing straight down. When you come up, don't look forward. You're going to keep them reaching through the crown of your head. It's hard to see it because I'm just a black line, I think. Hover. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Circle your arms and gently lift your chest. Knees are staying quiet and out of this. Still push your heels together. Thumbs to shoulders, reach and hover. Exhale, circle and extend. Inhale, thumbs to shoulders, reach and hover. Exhale, circle and extend. This is a great opportunity to really focus on that core. Exhale, pull it away and extend. Good. Inhale, thumbs to shoulders and reach. Exhale, 1 more like that. Inhale, reach. We're going to add on. Exhale, circle. Excellent. Right here. We're going to reach our arms and our legs. Thumbs to shoulders, reach arms and legs. Legs are separated. You're reaching and stretching long. Less about height and more about length. Exhale, bring the heels together, bend and lengthen it up. Thumbs to shoulders, reach and hover. And then bend your legs and lengthen up. Good. Thumbs to shoulders, reach and hover. Trying to keep this not in our lower back. It's mid back to upper back. Really reaching through the crown of your head. Inhale, reach. Exhale, push those heels together. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, 2. Exhale, up, up, up. 1 more. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, lengthen it up and bring it down. Go ahead and push yourself all the way up into cat-cow, rounding out the spine, tucking the tailbone, relaxing the neck. Just shake it out a little bit from the unsupported part that we were doing earlier. We're getting there. We're getting to the side leg. People are excited, right? Don't press pause. You can do it. Okay. Let's go into open leg rocker before we go into the side legs. So, holding onto the backs of your thighs. Knees are in line with your shoulders. When you come up, you're going to lengthen your spine into that neutral position, nice tall spine. As you roll down, you're going to round your spine. So you can have your knees bent. You can start straightening your legs. You can hold on to your ankles, or if you're feeling rock starry today, you can hold on to your big toes. Chest is lifted at the top. Good. Tuck the pelvis under and roll back. Exhale, roll up and balance at the top. So the difference between this and rolling at the ball is you have that articulation at the top and lift with a good balance. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up and balance. Inhale, tuck the pelvis under and roll. Exhale, up and balance. Good. My calves are so sore. It is hurting to hold on to them. Oh, chest is lifted. Good. I know the reason for that soreness. The core, I'm not quite sure where that one came from. 2 more. But I ran stairs, the old main hill stairs, after taking a long time off. 1 more. Running stairs with my friend. And chest is lifted, soles of the feet together. And I swear, you can't even take a week off of doing that or your calves are like angry. But if you do it every week, no big deal. I mean, the stair part's a big deal, but the calf part is no big deal. Good stretching. Go ahead and stand yourself all the way up. Nice and slow. Let the blood come back. Grab onto your chair or your wall for the start of side leg standing. All right. I got my chair. My outside patio chair that in the years past, we'd be eating dinner outside already. The foot that's closest to the chair has a slight turn to the chair, just slight, and the chair is really there only for balance. The chair or the wall, whatever or you can just balance, but hug your ribs in, slide the shoulders down, draw the core in. Everything's neutral right here. Bring your front knee in towards the center, and then exhale, kick it out to the side. In towards the center, exhale, squeeze your glute and kick it into the side. You can do what you want with your hand. You can bring it up by your ear, on your waist. A little bit of shoulder work by holding it isometrically out. Inhale, exhale, kicking it out. Inhale. Good. Up. You have a tight contraction right here. Let's do one more. So ribs to hips is tight because you're trying to stay a little bit more upright. One more. Extra credit. Hold it out. Flex that foot and lift it straight up and bring it straight down so it's not touching. It's not resting at all. It's just coming down where it doesn't touch. Lift it straight up. Good. Think about almost like a crunch right here. Really, ribs to hips. Stay up tall. Draw the core in. You can do this without even thinking about your core and just let go. But you'll think of it, engage it. You'll get a lot more out of it. Excellent. Lift straight up and down. 4, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Point your toe. Circles. As big as you can go where there's no other movement in your body. Maybe test your balance a little bit if you want to. I know this stabilizing leg is getting some work. Reach. One more. And reverse directions. Good. Strong hold on the side. Remember, you can choose what you want to do with your arm. Get that big circle, trying to keep your upper body still. Hold this next one up and still. Hold, flex the foot, tiny little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5. Take a little bit higher. 4, stand up a little straighter. 2, 1, hold it up. Bring that leg across and stretch over. I know you probably want to stretch the other side, huh? Good job. Okay, before we move on to the other side, you're going to stand with your feet. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this one better, but your feet are in line with your sit bones. We're going to do neck pull, but standing. It's a terrible name. You're not pulling your neck. Fingertips on your forehead. Draw the core and slide your shoulders down. Your small bend in your knees. You're going to hinge with a flat back down. Then once you're at your end point, it should feel challenging here. Lengthening through the crown of your head, through the tailbone. Pull the belly button in, tuck it under, and round yourself back up. So you're standing all the way up. It's kind of like a roll up, but we're standing. Hinge forward. Small bend in the knees. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Pull the belly button in, tuck the chin, and round yourself up. You want to keep that small bend in your knees, just a little micro bend, so there's just a little bit of movement in there. Hinge over. Lengthen. Get that length. Tuck the belly button in and round it up. Good. Hinge over. Lengthening through the tailbone. Excellent. Pull the belly button in, tuck it under, and round it up. Let's do one more. Hinge forward. Good. If it feels bad to have your arms, I should have said you could do crisscross across your chest if you want. Nice of me to tell you at the very end, but you can, if you have sore shoulders, you probably just did it naturally, huh? Switch sides to the other, switch your chair to the other side. Turn that foot that's closest to the chair slightly toward the chair. Other leg is out. Body is strong. So notice how I'm not leaning into my chair or into my wall. I don't want you to do this. I want you to stay up because it engages your core more and forces you to use the side of your waist. Hand on your hip, forehead out to the side. Lift the leg straight out. Bend your knee in across your body and then exhale, push it straight out. Inhale, bend it in. Exhale, push it out. Let go of your chair or your wall for a second. Make sure that you're balancing and you're not using it as a crutch. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, away. Inhale, tucking it in tight. Exhale, squeeze your glutes to bring it out. Inhale. Good. 4. Lengthen. 3. 2. It's nice to teach outside. I like it. One more. It's not as cold as I thought it was going to be. Hold it out. I already forgot. Oh yeah, lift straight up. Head straight back down. Foot is flexed. Lift straight up, straight back down. Check in on that supporting leg. Is that knee slightly bent? Just to have some lightness in it, some movement. Squeezing your glutes. Doesn't take much for that hip to fire on the supporting side. Squeeze your obliques, the side of your waist as the leg comes up. For 4, 3, Drawing the ribs together. So you're bracing your core for someone to throw a ball into your core. It's already braced. Hold this next one up. Hold it up. Point your toe. Circles. Big circles. Trying to keep everything else nice and quiet, except the grunting. Feel free to grunt. Lift. Some of you might be like, this is easy, Kate. I don't know what you're talking about. Up. This is definitely what I need to work on. And reverse directions. Stand up nice and tall. Reach. Oi. I can see my reflection in the door, so I can keep correcting myself because I am leaning into my chair. You can lean a little bit, but not to the point where you wouldn't be able to let go. Hold this one up. Flex the foot. Tiny pulses. Here we go. 8, 7. Get it a little higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it up. And bring it across the body. Reaching towards your chair, reaching the hips away from your chair. So your hands and your feet are reaching towards the chair, drawing kind of a C or backward C, if parentheses, one of those. And then bring it up. Let's do one more round of our standing neck pull. So feet are in line with your sit bones, straight out. Small micro bend in your knees so you have some lightness and play in your knees. Hands come onto your forehead or across your chest if that doesn't feel good. Hinge forward, hinge, flat back. Lengthen, really lengthening through the crown of your head. Draw that belly button in more. Tuck the pelvis under and round yourself up. 4 of them total. Hinge, 3 left, hinge. Get the length, try not to speed it up. Right at the bottom, get extra length, then tuck it under and roll it up. 2 more. Hinge, get the length. Hinge, 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 hinge. Pull the belly button in, tuck it under. Watch that lower back. You really need to have a strong engaged core to protect that lower back on this one, or don't go quite as far if you're not feeling like you can keep the connection in your core. Get some extra little length. Tuck and round. 1 more. Hinge. Pull the belly button in and round it up. Kneeling. Here we go. Back to that first side. If kneeling doesn't feel good, do another round standing or come all the way down to the ground first. If you feel like it's okay to kneel or grab a pillow, spread the fingers nice and wide. Your wrist is directly underneath your shoulder. Knees underneath your hip. Draw the ribs in. Chest is open to the front. Hand can be, again, one of your 2 placements. Lift the leg up. Hip distance height only. So you don't want to be higher than hip distance, but you can be lower if it's too much. Bring the knee in towards your chest and then exhale, push it away. Right here, abs are pulling it in. Now someone's pulling your leg away and you're resisting with your core. This is definitely one of the ones you'll get more out of it if you think deep. Inhale, exhale, extend. Inhale. Smudgy is making a nest on the chair with a little blanket. Do all dogs do that or just street dogs? She was rescued from a stray in Vegas, so I always wonder if she like made nests in her little alleyway. Hold this one out, lower the foot down, lift it away, reaching through the heel. Keep the heel reaching. Really strong shoulder girdle. That will help take some of that pressure off of your wrist joint. A lot of weight on that knee instead of on the wrist. So she was a stray in Vegas, which always makes me think of Lady and the Tramp. She was definitely the tramp with her attitude. She's cute, like Lady and the Tramp, but she's definitely the tramp part. And then she's good at making nests. And when we first got her, hold this one up, hold it up, point your toe, and circles. Oh boy. When we first got her, she also used to bury her treats. So we'd give her a carrot or a dog cookie, and she would go bury them. Not in the dirt, but like under the blankets and under the cushions. It's so cute. She doesn't do that one anymore. Maybe she's realized Taco Cat's not going to steal it. And reverse direction. Good. Strong core. Reach. Don't you wish you could like learn what a rescue dog's life was before? I mean, some of them are super sad, and she has some good spunk in her that tells some story. Hold this one up. Flex the foot. Tiny little pulses. Last 8, 7, 6. Did you forget about your core? I just did. I let my belly just hang right out. 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. And bring it down. Sit it back. Stretch it out. We were talking in, we did a similar thing a couple weeks ago in the in-person, and a lot of people felt that in the opposite leg when they were kneeling. I'm curious if any of you have. all the way down, same side. So we're going all the way down to the same side. Draw the belly button in, lift a little bit along that waist. Your neck is nice and long. Bring that top foot at only hip distance height. Some people like to bring it up higher. Only hip distance height. We're engaging different muscles. Flex both feet. Bring the knee in front of your body, and then exhale, push a really heavy weight away from you. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, push. Double check your hips while you're doing this. They should be stacked straight up on top of each other and not rolling to the back side of your hip. If your hips are, if the bones push into the mat on this one and it doesn't feel good and you find yourself rolling back, I'd rather you get up and press pause and find a cushion or blanket or something to put underneath your hip bone so you can have your hips stacked straight up on top of each other and reach. The good news is there's no farther down we can go. So this is the end of leg series on this side. Good. One more. Keep it that same height. Hold it here. Lift it up higher than hip distance height and bring it straight down. No resting. Lift it straight up. Keep that foot still, flex straight down. Squeeze on the side of the waist and resist. Like you're pulling up through the waist. Good. Lift. Neck is relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Up. Bring it straight back down. So it's not super high where you lose the connection, but it's higher than hip distance for sure. One more. Bring it back up to hip distance. Point your toe and draw your circle. I don't mean to brag, but on every circle so far, I've remembered to go backwards first because that's the worst for me. I don't know that I've ever done that in the 25 years of teaching Pilates. Hold it here, reverse directions. Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. This is worse. I have been doing it wrong the whole time. Oh, so much for bragging. Oh, this side's so much worse. I was thinking it was the other way, but it's not. It's actually this. 2, one more. Hold it here. Flex the foot, tiny little pulses. Good, tiny. 8, 7, 6. Draw the waist in more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Hold. Everything's tight and lengthen it down. Good job. Roll yourself onto your back. Legs are long. Let's do a teaser to get all the way up. Inhale, float the arms up or boat. Exhale, upper body and lower body comes up. Chest is lifted. Slowly lower the legs. Pull the belly button in. Round yourself forward and stack it up. All the way to the other side, starting with kneeling. We already did the standing. We got the standing done. Kneeling, spread the fingers nice and wide, shoulders directly underneath your hip. A lot of weight is on that knee, so you're taking some of that pressure off of your wrist, hand on your hip or on your forehead. Bring that leg up, flex the foot, bring your knee in front of you. Exhale, push it away. There is no movement in your core. Tailbone to the top of your head is staying in one straight line. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, push through your heels, squeeze your quads, squeeze your bum as you're going out. Like there's a big wall that you're pushing. Good. Inhale. So Ted Lasso's back. Season 3. Have you started watching it? If you have not watched it, it is worth paying for Apple TV for a couple months to watch Ted Lasso. It is so good. There's a lot of swearing, but they're swearing in British English, so it really hardly feels like swearing. And sometimes it's kind of, they're soccer players, football players, like British football. Hold this one out, lift it higher then, and straight back down. Lift up. Anyways, it's not like, there's some swearing. Let's just say there's some swearing. But the overall message is darling. It is so heartwarming and so sweet. Engage the core. And season 3 just came out. I think it's released on Wednesdays. We didn't have Apple TV. So the first time Ted Lasso was around, we got that 3-month or whatever where you can get it, a trial. 2 more. One more. Hold it up. Keep the foot flexed. No, point it, and then circles. Oh, see, I started backwards again, thinking I'm doing it the hard way first, but I'm not. Anyways, I think it's $8 a month, and that's a lot for every single month, but it's worth it for Ted Lasso. You go to a movie, right? It's cheaper than a movie for the whole family. It's great. And reverse directions. Anyways, it just started. It was released on Wednesdays, I think. We're watching it on Sunday nights. So you can't do a spoiler for this week. Holy baloney. I told you to reverse, right? I didn't just do that on my own. One more. Hold it here. Flex the foot. Bring it up a little bit higher, Kate. And lift it up. Tiny little pulses. Up, up. 8, 7, 6. If your neck is getting tired, you can look down. Lift the shoulder blade a little bit. Take it off of your wrist. 3, 2. Hold it all the way up. And sit it back. Who suggested this? It's straight down. No, I'm just teasing. I actually do kind of like these. All the way down onto your side. Last round of these. One straight line. Stack the hips straight up on top of each other. Double check you're not rolling to your back side. Bring that top foot up. Hip distance height only. Lower down if you went up a little bit higher than hip. Flex your foot. Draw the belly button in. Right here, it would be hard to read a book and stay holding. It should feel almost as hard as a plank in certain areas. Bring the knee forward in front. Exhale, lengthen it away. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, lengthen it away. You know what the problem is with telling stories is that if you go and do this one, like, I don't know, in August or something, the Ted Lasso story is old news. You've already heard it. Or if you repeat some of these classes, you're like, yeah, I know, you already said this story. Exhale. Unless you have a memory like me, then you can just, you know, keep thinking, watching it and be like, oh, it's the first time we ever heard that. Pull the belly button in, reach it away, one more. Hold it out, keep that foot flexed, lift it higher, and then straight back down, no resting at the bottom. Up, bring it straight back down. How are your glutes feeling? How are your hips feeling? It's your abductors, ABD, abductors. The outer thigh and hips that bring your leg away from you are abductors, ABD, and the ones that bring her closer are adductors. So you can imagine in school when we're learning this, how you really pretty much can't say abductors, adductors. You have to say ABD ductors because it's too similar. I bet they messed that one up. They're like, oh, I wish we didn't name them that. Hold it up, point your toe, big circles. Guess who remembered to do it for real backwards this time? Hug the ribs in tight. Keep breathing. I hope your circle is bigger than mine. I really am trying. This is as good as it's getting today. Good. 2 more. 2. Oh, 1 more. And reverse directions. Why is that direction so much harder for me? Clearly, it's something I need to work on. Oh, good job. I already know that I need to because part of my physical therapy for my lower back is abductor work, ABD. Oh, 3, here we go. 2, we have 1 more move after this, and then we are done with these side legs. Hold it up. Oh no, that 1 more, right? I counted wrong, I think. Hold it up. Flex the foot, tiny little pulses, tiny pulses. Good, squeeze. Engage those glutes. Draw the ribs away. Make a little lightness under the side of your waist. 3, 2, hold it up, and lengthen it down. Woo! Good work on that. All right. Abductors, check. Let's go on to the adductors. Onto your back. Make a diamond with your hands. Place your tailbone on top of that diamond. Reach your legs straight up to the ceiling and flex your feet. If you're here and you're like, not happening today, bend your knees to a solid 90 degrees, not a hanging loosey-goosey one. Solid, flex to everything. Reach through the heels or the knees. Draw the belly button in. Open your legs as wide as you can and then draw them back together. Opening as wide as you can and draw them back together. Good. Really reaching through the heels or through the knees. It's a very active movement, even though you can just let them fall open and barely drag them up. Make it harder with your thoughts. If you're here and it's feeling pretty good and you feel like your lower back can hack it, bring your upper body up and just hover your upper body. Neck is relaxed, so you're engaging your core a little bit more. Otherwise, just stay down, but engage it. Keep it strong. Excellent. Reach. Take them as wide as you can. Feel that stretch. Stretch it out. Draw it back. 8. Excellent. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Point your toes and cross them at the top. Flex your feet as you open. Point your toes and cross the other side. Flex and open. Point and cross. Flex and open. point and cross, full range of motion, flex and open, point and cross, flex and open, point and cross. 8, and reach. 7, good. Point. 6, 5, 4. So we were talking this morning on our walk. Do you think this abnormal, we're like breaking records all over the place in Utah. Is that happening all over the country, or is this a Utah thing this winter? Has a lot of the country had a weird winter? I mean, we know California last one did, but feet flexed, open and close, back to the open and close, just open and close for 7 more. 6. I mean, we know California, but like, what about the Midwest? Was your winter abnormal? What about the East Coast? Was yours? I know the South is getting hit now. Reach. But I don't know about the whole winter. Draw it in. I don't think Colorado's breaking all the records like we are. I haven't really seen much about their ski areas. 1 more. Last thing. Point your toes. Do 3 quick little crosses. 1, 2, 3. Then flex your feet and open. Other side. 3, 2, 1. Flex and open. Last thing. 3, 2, 1. Flex and open. It's like your ballerina. 3, 2. Pointing your toes and lift. Point. Except for it's easy because we're laying on our back instead of jumping up and trying to do it. 3, 2, 1. Flex and open. 3. So the crosses are fast, but the flex and open don't speed up. Point. Flex and open. Strong core. 3, 2, 1. Flex and open. Couple more. 3, 2, 1. Flex and open. Last time. 3, 2, 1. Flex and open. Let's just open and close for 4. Finishing it off strong for 4. And reach. Try to get the legs a little bit longer, or reach the knees a little bit stronger. 1 more. And bring it in. Way to go on all those. Heels in line with your sit bones. Just peel yourself off into your bridge. Give your hip flexors a little break, and then roll down 1 vertebrae at a time all the way through to the non-spilling T. Peel yourself off. All the way up. Ribs are hugged together. Even though we're using this as a recovery move, let's keep our core strong. Let's do 2 more. Can you hear the birds? I mean, maybe if I stop talking, you could hear them. I'll stop. 1 more. Good work all the way down. Bring your legs up and now hug your knees into your armpits. Gently rock side to side for a second. Then bring it back to center and extend your legs straight up to the ceiling. Feel a stretch go down the back of your legs. Inhale. As you exhale, curl your upper body up. Pull your belly button in. Use your arms to get yourself a little bit higher. Let go of one leg as you reach up the opposite leg, anywhere of your leg besides right behind your knee, and switch and hold. Draw the waist, your core down, and switch, reach. Let's add a pulse. So bring it up and closer. Up and closer. Since we're pretty warmed up for these scissors, right? Up and closer. Gaze is looking through your legs. You can put a hand behind your head. You can have a small bend in your knee. You're just trying to feel it stretch on the back of your leg as you're working your core. Reach. 2 more. Up and reach. Up and reach. Last time. Up. Going into windmill. Opposite arm goes to the outside of the opposite leg and twist across your body. So you're twisting and reach and twist. Reach and twist. It's probably hard to see my black line. I hope you're understanding this. Like left arm's on the outside of the right leg and reach. Good. Twisting across. Trying to come up a little bit higher. For 2. And reach. 1 more each side. Hold it up in the center, bring it up a little higher, and bend your knees, relax the upper body down. Bring your arms out to the sides, palms facing down. Ooh, my fingers are in the snow on the other side. Legs are bent at 90 degrees, flex your feet. Inhale, bring your knees over towards one side. Exhale, compress your core and drag your super heavy knees back up. Inhale, bring it over to the opposite side. Exhale, compress and drag it up. Pay attention to your upper body right now. I'm bringing mine in because my arm is getting wet in the snow, but keep your shoulders quiet so they're staying anchored into the mat. The opposite one is not lifting up because you're really engaging your core to bring it up. So this is a lovely stretch, but we're using it as a waist, an oblique move, those sides of our waist. Inhale, bring it over. Exhale, compress and bring it up. Let's stick with this, or start straightening your legs a little bit more. Maybe just a little bit more past 90, or all the way straight, flexing those feet. Inhale. Exhale. You might notice that when your legs go straighter, you don't get to tip over quite as far. Otherwise, the shoulder comes up. Whatever works for you. Inhale. Exhale, drag it up. Inhale, over to the side. Exhale, compress and drag. Inhale, bring it over. And exhale. One more each side. And exhale. Last time on this side. Hold it up in the center, holding onto the backs of the legs. Release. One more teaser to bring ourselves all the way up. Extend your legs long. Reach your arms over your head. Draw the ribs really tight. Inhale, float your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, upper body and lower body comes up. Chest is lifted. Slowly lower the legs. Pull the belly button in. Butterfly the arms around and stretch. And stack yourself up. My fingers are starting to get cold. All right, finishing with the mermaid, a lovely stretch. Sitting with, let's just say, if you don't want to come all the way up, or your wrists don't feel like they can have more, you'll stack your knees and come onto your forearm and just add this stretch, right, and over. So that is your great modification today. Otherwise, the knee that's on the ground is pointing to the long end of your mat. The heel of your other foot is in the U of that ankle. Hand comes midline of our body, not behind us. Midline, other arm is resting on top of the thigh, knee. Inhale, float your arm up. Exhale, rolling onto your shin and lengthen yourself up. Right here, lift away from your hand that's on the mat. Take that top knee and push it back behind you and reach your arm into a rainbow. Inhale, float it up, and then exhale, have a seat. Adjust yourself if you need to. Spread those bottom fingers nice and wide. Inhale, exhale, floating it up. Push your hips forward. Inhale, floating the arm up. Exhale, stick with that or come into the full. Inhale, exhale, lengthening, squeezing the inner thighs, big, huge rainbow. Inhale, float it up, and then exhale, bring it down. Two more. Inhale, exhale, slide your shoulder down your back. Good, strong shoulder girdle. Inhale, float it up, and exhale, bring it down. Last time, inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhale, arm, and exhale, bring it down, switching sides. Remember, your modification is to have your knees stacked and onto your forearm, or heel is in the U of your ankle. Uh-oh, I hope she doesn't start breaking on us. Spread the fingers nice and wide onto your shin to start. Inhale, exhale, opening up your hips. Draw the knee behind you. Inhale, float your arms up to the ceiling, and then exhale, have a seat. Inhale, exhale, strong shoulder girdle, reach it over. Inhale, arm, and exhale, stick with that or come into the fall. I like to move my hand a little bit farther away for the full, but do what feels good for you. Reach and lift it up. Inhale, arm, using your breath to bring everything down. Two more. Inhale, exhale, strong shoulder girdle and lift. Inhale, float it up. Exhale, bring it down. Last one. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, float it up, and exhale, have a seat. Go ahead and have a seat. Bring your left leg straight out in front of you and bring your right leg across your body. Sitting up nice and tall so your right leg is across. Sit up tall and face forward and just hug your knee in towards your chest. And now try to lean just a little bit forward so you're bringing both sit bones down. You want to feel this on the outside of that leg, the bent leg. Good. This is a great option to stretch the outside. If you like, you can do like a double pigeon where you sit kind of crisscross applesauce, but the top foot is on top. It's hard to see in this with this darkness, but you're just lengthening down that way. But sometimes that doesn't feel good on people's knees, or it's just too much for their hips. Do which one feels good for you. This one's a pretty gentler way to go about it. And then let's switch legs. Extend the opposite leg out, bring it across. hug the knee in. So we're not twisting our body because we're not doing the spine twist. We're trying to keep our chest as much forward as we can. And then lean just slightly forward so both your sit bones are anchoring into the ground. Feel that stretch on the outside. Or line your shins up into that seated pigeon. Good. Or regular pigeon if you like it. But again, this can be too much for some people. So I like to give this option. That one's the modification today, I guess. Well, maybe May's class will also be in snow at the rate we're going. We'll see. Maybe not. Who knows? And release it down. Just sit comfortable. Whatever is great for you. Sit up nice and tall, anchoring the sit bones, lengthening up through the crown of your head, trying to get space in between all of your vertebrae. Let go of the core and take a full inhale, fully breathing into the belly, into the lungs, all the way up. And a relaxing exhale. One more big inhale. And exhale. Bring your arms across. Great job on April's. We will see you in May unless I see you in person, which is fun. You're always welcome to come. Wednesdays at 6:15 in the morning, except the first Wednesday in April.